Etep, welcome. So a full session, tending the wounds of racialised trauma. And as always, we begin with arriving. So finding a comfortable seat in your space, a space that you won't be disturbed for the next hour or so. And we begin simply by bringing the mind to the practice by setting an intention. And I would like to suggest the intentions which you set are to simply be fully with your practice and your experience. To be awake and attentive to practice and experience, and just maybe noticing how that lands for you in your body when you bring that intention to mind. To fully be awake and attentive to your practice and experience. And also, if you like, you can set the intention to be willing to lean into that which is maybe slightly emotionally or mentally uncomfortable. Again, noticing how that lands for you in your body when you bring that intention to mind. And please just remembering that these practices are here for us to aid the healing process. It is only by recognizing and then tending to the wounds, the traumatic survival stress wounds that we experience that are racialized for people of black bodies. It's only by recognizing and tending those wounds do we move towards a healing process. So having set the intention and brought the mind fully into the practice, we're just going to do our usual check-in. And you, if you like, you might want to place a hand on the heart, maybe one on the belly, or maybe both on the heart, or you can simply leave them resting on your legs, wherever works and is comfortable for you. And we begin the check-in with the body. So maybe noticing any areas of tension in terms of the muscle tone, either systematically scanning from the crown down towards the soles of the feet, or scanning upwards from the soles of the feet towards the crown, or simply allowing your attention to move through the body, drawn to areas in the body where maybe tension seems to be more prevalent or more obvious. And when we notice that muscle tension, just have a sense of softening and relaxing, and also loosening maybe around the joints, shoulders, elbows, wrists, knees, ankles. So moving through the body, softening muscle tension, relaxing muscles, loosening joints. And just noticing what our current physical state is. Equally, we can also begin to notice at this point where our breath is. Is it shallow, intermittent? Somehow are we holding our breath at times? And just in the noticing, you may find that the breath starts to reshape itself a little. And again, just allow that to happen. We don't have to actively change the breath at this point. We're just noticing where it's at. But in the noticing, it may tend to change itself. Notice that. And I'd also like to invite you, if it's available for you, to maybe feel into the heart rate, have a sense of the blood moving through the body and the veins. Maybe you can feel the heart beating in the chest. Maybe you have a sense of the blood moving through the veins in the fingertips, pulse points. Again, simply noticing, is there any particular rhythm that you can clearly discern? And if this level of sensitivity isn't available to you yet, that's fine. Work with what comes up for you, what's available to you, maybe staying with the muscle tone, maybe staying with noticing the breath. And from checking in with the physical body, we're now going to move into the layers understood in classical tantric yoga. So the next layer of our beingness is referred to as the heart-mind body. So again, we're not looking for the narratives of the mind. We're just trying to have a sense of where we are on an emotional level right now. Are we kind of well-resourced, really? Or are we coming to the practice with a high level of emotional content? Is this what we really need to be doing right now? And maybe it's not. Maybe we'd be better off stopping the video and just maybe going and spend some time in nature. What's your emotional, your heart, mind, body expressing for you right now? So is your thought stream quite busy? Is it a bit of a torrent? Or is it a slow, meandering flow? Again, just noticing how the heart-mind is for you today. Moving into the next layer, pranic layer, the layer of Sekhem vital force. We can get an idea of this thinking in terms of sense of vitality. Are we feeling vital right now? So, energized, ready, or are we feeling a little bit slow, maybe running on empty? And again, these might be indications for you to pause what you're doing now and do something else which is more nourishing. But if you have a good sense of vitality and you have started the process, then you're very welcome to continue as we move through this practice. So what's your vital force like? And as we go through these processes, just allow the body to do as it feels. If movement wants to arise, allow that movement to come, maybe a gentle swaying or rocking. Equally noticing how the breath might express itself. All good somatic indications of how we're doing today. And if you can now, just pausing for a moment and seeing how readily available your sense of your still silent spaciousness is to access. So can you access your sense of silent spaciousness and an ending openness? Or is this sense of being a little bit more hidden from you right now, less accessible right now? And again, whatever the case may be, we're just checking in, we're just coming to really feel where we're at on a variety of layers. And as we go through the practice, we're checking again. And each time we check in, we'll be noticing possibly differences from our baseline check-in, which is what this is right now. So having moved through these layers, I'm just going to offer you to just have a little shake the arms, relax the jaw, bare the teeth, make whatever sounds feel comfortable for you. Little release the spine. Maybe just creating some space, pushing out to the sides. And just maybe giving a few moments to orient yourself to your space, both visually and auditory, listening carefully, looking openly. Maybe really taking the time to move the body, look around behind you, both sides. Allowing the eyes maybe to rest on some image, shape, form. And if maybe you hear a particular sound that seems a little bit more regular or constant, you can rest on that sound as well. And just really tune into the present moment through your orientation. And another place to orient to also is the body. Visually, maybe just looking or even hearing sounds that the body is making. Yeah, I'm just going to invite you, just because it feels natural right now in this practice, just to join me with some gentle rocking backwards and forwards. A little self-soothing before we move towards our somatic inquiry. lovely song by the Peace Poets, and one of my teachers introduced it to me, Linda Tai. And it's just a reminder that when we move, wherever we move from to, that our ancestors are always with us. Indeed, one of the elements within one of the West African tribes is mineral, particularly bone, and it's within our bones that we are said to carry our ancestors. So I'll just share that short verse of the song. I did not come here alone. I carry my people in my bones. I did not come here alone. If you listen, you can hear them in my song. I did not come here alone. I carry my people in my bones. I did not come here alone. If you listen, you can hear them in my song. So we're now moving towards our somatic inquiry. So this is the part of investigating, seeing if we can feel into any sense of racialized traumatic stress. So you may want to put a supporting hand on the heart, maybe one on the belly, both on the heart, wherever feels comfortable for you. Just leave them resting. So just tuning in to the body as a whole, having a sense of the whole body right now, from the soles of the feet to the crown of the head and everything in between. And I'd just like to offer a very gentle somatic elicitation. Maybe, if you like, you can bring to mind a recent microaggression which you experienced. Whatever that might look like, just bring that to mind, and as you do so, notice anything arising within the body. If you can locate specifically where in the body something appears to be arising in relation to your microaggression that you've brought to mind. And having located it specifically in the body, and it may not be in a specific part, it might be moving throughout the body, that's fine too. And maybe you feel as though you can't notice anything. Maybe you're noticing there's a numbness, or that you can't notice anything, which is in a way a noticing in and of itself. Notice that you can't feel anything. But if you can and you're able to locate it, then do so. And then just exploring a little bit deeper in terms of what are the sensations arising in this location in relation to the microaggression which you brought to mind. What type of sensations? also, if you can, maybe put a name to it in terms of the baseline emotion which seems to be coming with it. Is it a sense of anger, rage, grief, loss, despair, disgust? And at this point now, you might want to reach for your journal and turning to a blank page and just scribing. So you may want to include what the elicitation was, which was bringing to mind a racialized microaggression which you recently experienced, and you might want to just note that down. What the aggression was. Just in shorthand, it doesn't have to be lengthy. Maybe it was an invalidation of your racialized experience. And then moving on to the inquiry, noticing a felt sense and locating that felt sense within the body in relation to the microaggression which you brought to mind, and what kind of sensations were located in that body. And also, if you were able to name it. And just pausing for a moment, placing your journal down again giving yourself a supporting hand. And now we are turning to a sense of polyvagal theory in terms of see if we can place the arising of survival stress on the hierarchy. So is it moving you towards a sense of collapse, disengagement, disassociation, a downward movement? Is it moving you in an upward movement towards fight, flight, or functional freeze? Is it possible that overall you seem to be holding it within your window of capacity, ventral vagal, and yet still feeling the directionality in which the somatic expression of this racialized trauma is being expressed? So once you have a sense of that, take a breath and just return back to the journal. And record, is it fight, flight, freeze? Is it dorsal vagal? Or are you in ventral vagal? Moving towards hyper or hypovigilance. And again, we can just now place our journal to one side. Shake it out. And we're going to begin to get ready for our practice. And we're going to possibly do mostly a standing moving practice for this. But before we do that, we're just going to come to our knees with our knees open. and we're going to invoke a sense of the ancestors, and we're going to do this with 3 words: Asa, Aset, Heru, and we're going to place the hands above the head to the Agni chakra point, the first eye point, and to the heart. And then as we come down, making a pyramid shape with the fingers and placing the forehead into the centre to finish. And then we inhale, we come up again, and we go through this 3 times and staying down on the 3rd time. So if you're in position and ready to go, and you'd like to join me, I invite you to do so now. Nice breath in. Asa, Aset, Heru. Asa, Aset, Heru. One more. Asa, Aset, Heru. And just in prone position, we call on the ancestors to bear witness and stand with us in our practice today, acknowledging and recognising all that they have done for us, and that we stand on their resilience, their achievements, and their capacity to survive in order for us to be here right now. And also that they bless this practice so that for future generations the wisdom, the energy of the practice is transferred, so the load is lightened for those who are yet to come after us. And we do this directly for ourselves and our people who have suffered, but we do this for all of humanity. May all beings know peace. May all beings be well. And may all beings be free from any form of tyranny. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Om. Coming up and coming up onto your feet. So the feet can be about hip width apart. I'm just going to start with some gentle warm-ups, and we can start with a gentle warm-up with our neck, so just lowering the chin down to the chest. And as we inhale, we start to rotate the head to the left and up. As it reaches the centre, we begin to exhale, and the head starts to move down to the right and back to centre on the chest. Inhale as we move round and up. Exhale as we're moving down and back to the centre. Taking it very slowly. And pausing when we come back to the chin on the chest, and beginning rotation in the opposite direction. Inhaling as we move up. Exhaling as we move down. One more rotation. Finishing with the chin on the chest. Inhale, lift the head up and straight. Just breathe in here for a moment. And interlocking the fingers, pushing the palms down towards the floor. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, bend the elbows back to the hands, come to the crown of the head. Inhale, push up and look up. Exhale, back to the hands, come down to the crown of the head as the head goes on straight. Inhale, push up, look up. Exhale, and the elbows back to the hands, the crown of the head. Inhale, push up and look up. Exhale, and the elbows down again. Inhale, push up, look up, this time staying there. Taking a little bend towards the right, and as we lean towards the right, we turn the head and look into the left elbow pit, as it were. Inhale, come back to centre. Exhale, now bending towards the left and the head to the right, looking in towards the right elbow pit. Feeling a really good stretch along the right side of the body. Inhale, back to centre. Exhale, release the fingers, arms come down, floating down towards the side body. Little shake there. So now we're going to do kind of what looks like a backstroke. You might want to bring the feet together. So we're rotating the arms in a moving backwards direction. The waist, or slightly twisting at the waist. So as the front arm comes up, palm faces up. As it goes down at the back, palm faces down. So it's as though we're doing backstroke. Just breathe easy. And arms down by the side. Palms facing out. Palms coming up, inhale. Palms facing down, moving through the centre line of the body. As we exhale all the way down. And again, palms facing out, inhaling, raising the arms up. And then palms facing down, moving down through the centre line of the body. Exhaling, one more of those. Inhaling, palms facing up. Exhale, palms facing down through the centre line of the body. Exhaling all the way down to the lower belly. Palms still facing down. We're just going to do a little reset here. So we inhale, arms a little bit up. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, hands come out. So as though we're holding a ball in front of us here. Exhale, we're resting down by the side of the body. So for this one, we're going to inhale, palms halfway up, or arms halfway up, palms facing down. Then we're going to rotate at the hips. So our arms are static. We rotate the wrists as we turn so that the arms come to the front and the back. So the twist is all in the waist and then in the wrists. Again, just breathing easy. And just slowing that down, relaxing the arms down, not twisting quite as far. Just shaking the arms backwards and forwards at the shoulders. Very good. And just again, helping the feet to hip width apart. Placing the palms of the hands to support the lumbar. Here. Maybe taking the feet a little bit wider than shoulder width apart actually. And we're just going to gently do some hip rotations, going in whichever direction was comfortable for you. Supporting the lumbar. Again, just breathing easy. Slowing down. And start to rotate the other way. They may get a little bit more pronounced, a little bit larger as you rotate around. Just doing whatever feels comfortable for you. Opening up the joints. And again, slowing down and making the rotation smaller. Until you come to stillness. Relax the arms down by the side. Just shrug the shoulders up and slowly release down on exhalation. Inhale, bring the shoulders up. Slowly release down on the exhalation. One more, inhale, bring the shoulders up. Slowly reach down on the exhalation. Bringing the feet together. We're going to slightly bend the knees. We can interlock the knuckles or the fingers and place the hands on the knees, and then just doing some gentle rotations with the knees. And again, moving in whichever direction seems most natural to you. And then rotating the other way. And slowing that down and coming up. So we're just going to open the chest and also have a little bit of a back bend. So bringing our palms in front of the chest. We're going to inhale. As we inhale, we open the arms, open the throat, open the chest, push the hips forward. And as we exhale, we're going to bring the hands back, straighten the body back up. Inhale, push the hips forward, open the throat, open the chest. Exhale, coming back to start position. Inhale. Exhale. Very soft and gentle. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale and release. Hands down by the side. So we're going to lengthen the spine again now. So we start to rotate the wrists in towards the body. And as we do so, we're raising the arms up. Once they get level with the ears, we throw the hands back and we come onto the toes. We come down and we start to rotate the wrists out away from the body, arms coming down. As they go past the thighs, we flex the wrists, come onto the toes, and then we lower down to the heels, rotating the wrists now again towards the body, arms moving up. Inhaling, get to the top. Exhaling, rotating the wrists away from the body, past the thighs, up again. Inhaling, rotating the wrist towards the body. Exhaling. Toes, heels. Inhaling. Toes, heels, exhaling. Toes, heels. Inhaling. Toes, heels, exhaling. Toes, heels. Just go with your own breath now. Exhaling on the way down, inhaling on the way up. One more. And relax. Just take a couple of few breaths here, ground through the feet. So have a sense of placing the feet with a bit more, with about 10% more grasp, if you like. So holding the feet on the ground, about 10% more effort than you was just a moment ago. So just having a sense of grounding down through the feet, sinking through the perineum, slight bend in the knees. Pelvis slightly tucked underneath. Move forward. Head on straight, arms relaxed. Now we're going to slowly start to raise the arms up in front of the body. Once they get to about shoulder height, elbows bend, forearms come down past the side body. And we've done this, flex the wrists, come onto the toes. That's all on the exhale. Inhale, heels come down. Arms start rising up again. Shoulder height. Exhaling, elbows bend. Arms come down past the side body. Flex the wrists onto the toes. Inhale starts, arm starts rising up. Shoulder width height. Exhale, elbows bend. Arms slowly moving down. Past the side body. Flex the wrists. Inhale starts, arm starts rising up. Breath and body moving together. That's all we're looking for in this practice, is breath and body moving together, softly, good sensibility. So going at your own pace, inhaling as the arms come up, exhale as the elbows bend, arms start to move down, past the thighs, come up onto the toes. We start to inhale, arms start to rise up again. The exhale will be longer than the inhale. Fluidity of motion and breath, building rhythms. Bringing the body and the breath together. And making this the last one. And returning to pause, rooting through the feet, slight bend in the knees. So this is a variation which includes the shape from Kemetic Yoga of Ka, which represents spirit. So we're going to inhale, raise the arms up, shoulder width height, and then we're making right angles with the forearms. And then as we exhale, we turn the palms out and we lower the arms down. Exhaling all the way down. Inhaling, arms coming up in front. Inhale finishes as the arms make the right angles. Exhale. Palms face out to the sides, all the way down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Slight pause, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep going now at your own pace. Slight pause there at the end of the inhale, and then we exhale the hands down. Again, really opening up the chest. Last one, as we come up, hold the position of Ka. Inhale, turn the head to the left. Exhale, turn to the center. Inhale, turn the head to the right. Exhale, turn the head to center. Palms out, lower down. Inhale, shoulders move up. Exhale, lower the shoulders down. Inhale, shoulders move up. Exhale, lower the shoulders down. Inhale, shoulders move up. Exhale, lower the shoulders down. And just relaxing here for a moment again, grounding through the soles of the feet, head on straight. Nice job. I'm feeling hopefully very loose at this point and relaxed, having a sense of both the physiology of the body loosened up, opened up, having moved some synovial fluid into the fascia, loosening the joints, and also having a sense maybe of your vitality and your energy. So let's just do a quick checking in. We are kind of doing it automatically here, noticing how the body feels, muscle tone, relaxation, how the breath is. How the flow of blood is through the body. Also checking in now to your heart mind. Maybe that flow of thoughts has slowed a little. Maybe the emotional side of you feels a little bit more balanced, a bit more equal. Just noticing, and it's okay if it doesn't, if it still feels the same as it did when we started, that's fine too. Checking in with your vital energy, Sekhem, Prana, Chi. You're feeling a little bit more vital, a little bit more Vavavoom right now. Or are we having a sense of real balanced calmness within that vital energy? And let's just see if we can touch into our open spaciousness, still silent presence, and how more accessible this is. And if it is, just pausing there for a little while. Nice big breath in, let it out through the mouth, and just gentle rotations, allowing the arms to just move around. Just twisting the torso, left to right. Looking behind you as you twist. And slowing that down. A little shake. Shake out the legs, shake out the arms. A good bounce. Very nice. And now again you might want to come to a nice comfortable seated posture. As we move toward a little breath work, prana work, before we move towards tending the wounds. So we're going to use, being as we've been practicing a little bit of Qigong, we're going to use the traditional 6 healing sounds from traditional Chinese medicine. It may sound a little different to what you may have heard before. That's because there are different dialects across China, and depending on where they're coming from, they can sound a little bit different. So we're going to go ha, s, shu, wu, chui, shi. We're going to inhale and we're going to say those sounds with force on the exhalation. So inhaling. Ha! Inhale again, this time it's going to be s. S. Next one is going to be shu. Inhaling. Shoo! Inhaling, next one's going to be woo. Woo! Inhaling, next one for chui. Chui! Next one's going to be shi. Inhaling. Shi! Pause. Feeling into the body. And now I'd like to invite you to join me in Brahmari breath, bee breath. So you were making a buzzing sound of to really amp this. You can gently close the earlobe, just above the earlobes, so that you can really hear and feel the vibration. And we're going to do 5 breaths, so we breathe in and we breathe out, making the sound 5 times. So for as long as your breath lasts on the exhalation, we'll do this for 5 breaths, and then just pause, relax the arms, and just feel whatever arises for you. So we begin. Inhale, first breath. I'm on my second breath, inhaling. Third. And just pause. This is having a direct impact on the vagus nerve. Allow us to be more centered in ventral vagal window of capacity. As we begin to move towards tending racialized survival stress we identified and located earlier in the body, bring our attention back to this area in the body, feeling into it, noticing the arising of the sensation that we were able to discern. And just bringing our hands together, and slowly at first beginning to rub the palms, generating chi, sekhem, prana into the hands. Increase the speed. Still aware of the area of the body which we identified as holding the racialized survival stress, the area, the wounded space, building the chi up still into the palms of the hands. And I invite you to place the hands to the area on the body where you identified as holding the survival stress wound. If it's on the back body, then place the hands on the area of the front body which corresponds to the area of the back body. With each inhalation, have a sense of directing the prana through the palms of the hands, directly into the area of the body that you identified earlier. On the exhalation, just have a sense of that area expanding with the vital force. This is a nurturing, loving, kind energetic intention. So we inhale, we direct the prana, the chi, to the area, the wounded area. As we exhale, you have a sense of expansion, loving, kind, nurturing intention. So the energy expands into that area. On the exhalation. On the inhalation, it's directed acutely to that point. The exhalation, it expands throughout that point. You may want to visualize an incandescent, brilliant light, or one might just arise naturally. Kind, patient, slow and deliberate. Inhalation directing prana acutely to the point. Exhalation feeling a beautiful, all-encompassing expanse, nurturing, kind, loving, compassionate energy, tending the wound of racialized trauma. Vital force. And now with each breath, inhalation and exhalation, just have a gentle sense of everything slowly dissolving in that particular point. Slow dissolution, slow dissolving, both on the inhalation and exhalation. Simply coming into loving, kind, open spaciousness. Resetting to your natural state. be noticing a sense of softness in this area now. And releasing the hands. Pausing, just checking in one more time with the body, muscle tension, breath, movement of blood, heart rate. Checking in with the heart, mind, body. Checking in with the sense of vitality, vital energy. And dropping in to your ability to be in your still, silent, spacious nature. Without losing a sense of this, come into a kneeling posture. Bringing the hands out, palms facing forward, about 30 degrees, out extended from the body. Kinetic fist, closing the fist in, thumb on top. Inhale, raising up through the thighs, curling the toes, bringing the right fist to the left, top of the left breast, bringing the left fist to the top of the right. Exhale, sitting back. Curls, toes curled underneath, bottom towards the heels. Asa, the jib, pillar, stability, steadfastness. We tend our wounds, not just for our own healing, but for the healing of the ancestors. We tend our wounds, not just for our own healing, but for the healing of future generations. we tend our wounds, not just for our own healing, but for the healing of humanity. We are steady, we are stable in our practice. Inhale, raising up. Exhale. Inhale, raising the arms up, backs of the hands. Exhale, arms coming down to the sides, we sit back down. Lowering all the way down. Take some time to repose, maybe reflect, go into your journal and just journal in how we tended the wound, which was simply by directing pranic energy, our vital force energy, into that area acutely and then expansively, and then ultimately dissolving, leaving pure, open, spacious, compassionate, nurturing openness. Stay blessed. Hopefully see you in the next video. Hatep Om.